Hey, everybody. This is Jonathan Sykes with Yakima Chief Hops. I'm kind of the sales liaison for the breweries and the charitable organizations we work with on the Veterans Blend. So just wanted to kind of give an update on last year's blend, where we stand, and also this upcoming blend really quickly. I also have today, I wanted to introduce Brittany Drennan with our distributor Country Malt Group. They've been an integral part of kind of getting interest in this blend and getting a lot of this moved out to different breweries and raising a lot of money for great causes. We've this is the fifth annual Veterans Blend. We'll be moving into the sixth annual with this next one. So I think at this point we've raised over $100,000 in total for great organizations like Semper Fi Fund, Wounded Warrior Family Support, Gary Sinise Foundation. Last year was Canines for Warriors, and this past year, the Hunter 7 Foundation. So, yeah, Brittany, I don't know if you'd like to introduce yourself or speak a little bit about what you guys do with the blend.
Sure, yeah. My name is Brittany Drennan. I'm a territory manager for the Country Malt Group. We work very closely with Yakima Chief Hops. We feature the Veterans Blend every year. We distribute it as well. And it's a cause that we're very passionate about. We do a pre-sale for it, get people really excited, and it's always a huge success. So really happy to be part of this organization. We also feature the members each year on our Brewdeck podcast. This season, it's season 3, episode 12, where we feature Chelsea from Hunter 7.
Yeah, thank y'all. Thank y'all for your support this year and for getting more involved. I feel like y'all get more and more involved each year. So thank you for jumping on this. And some of your involvement may be a little bit of a surprise to Chelsea here in a minute. But next, I wanted to introduce Chelsea Simone with the Hunter 7 Foundation and kind of let her tell you a little bit about their mission and what they've got going on over there.
Sure. I can't thank you guys enough, not to echo what Bill said earlier, but I did go on a mini brew tour of all the veteran breweries, and it was quite fun, but more so to raise awareness. And we were able to test a few veterans that own these breweries for cancer, and one actually came back positive. So because of you guys and because of this initiative, we were able to identify a veteran who was young in his 30s with stage 2 lymphoma. So wow. It's incredible. And so a little bit about our mission is, we're all post 9/11 veterans. We all served, myself, my career was cut short after I had a spinal cord injury. And so once I got out, I was like, well, I don't know what to do now. So I went to become a nurse and then went for my master's and my doctorates. And, we kind of all found each other voluntarily. And what we do is we look at the gaps in care. So as veterans, we have a vested interest in taking care of ourselves, but also our loved ones and our teammates. So 1 in 7 post 9/11 veterans are diagnosed with cancer, and that's only while serving on active duty. And, we see a huge disservice because a lot of us don't meet the CDC guidelines for cancer screening criteria. And so I lose about 5 to 10 post 9/11 veterans a week from cancer, preventable cancer deaths. And, for me, we can do better from a provider perspective, but we can also do better from a veteran perspective. And so being able to go out and educate these veterans like, hey, it's not all in your head. If something's wrong, speak up. We'll work with you. We'll get you the care you need. And that's what we do. So, there's no 9 to 9 here, or, that's nursing hours. There's no, 9 to 5 here. I think those are normal hours. But there's no 9 to 5 here. It's 24 hours a day. And we'll be the first ones to step up if somebody has leukemia and they need a blood transfusion. We'll be the first ones to see if we're a match. So it's a tight-knit community. We love what we do, and we love working with, you guys have been great. Granted, I probably gained a few pounds from drinking all this beer, but it was very inspirational, to say the least. And the community has been incredible, and I can't thank you guys enough. So I appreciate it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for all that you do. I know y'all had really just kind of jumped on our radar last year. There were several veteran brewers who nominated you and just felt really strongly about your organization and what y'all had going on. Just a very, very timely cause, coming out of the Middle Eastern wars the last 20 years or so. So yeah, very, very honored to work with y'all this past year. And with that being said, Brittany, did you want to do the Brittany Struts? Did you want to do the check reveal? Are you going to do that over the? So yeah, so we are super honored and excited to be able to donate $50,000 this year.
Wow.
Chelsea, this is CMG's kind of portion on top of ours. So they had a nice little chunk too that got added into it this year. So yeah. We
Wow.
should get the real stuff in the mail to you pretty soon, but I don't know if you'd like to speak, just briefly on kind of what this would go towards, or a donation like this, what it would
Yeah,
benefit.
that's insane. We're such a small organization, and I mean, when I tell people, like, literally every cent goes back into the foundation. Being a healthcare provider, I'm very thankful that I, have a good income, as does the rest of our team. So, stuff like this, I can't tell you how important it is. We have veterans that need life-sustaining treatment, life-saving treatment, and they've been told, you have no other option. And so for us, it's like, I don't accept that. Being from Boston, I'm very competitive. So I like to win. And, we just make sure that they get where they need to be. And if we need to pay the co-payments or the payments up front, we do that. Even if it has to come out of my own, pocket, I'm fine with that, because you can always make more money, but you can't always save a life once it's gone. And so, I mentioned how we screen for cancer, and we're the only organization that pays in full for cell-free circulating tumor DNA assessments. So what we do is we take these tests, and it's a kit, 2 tubes of blood. It's quick, it's painless, it's just like getting your blood drawn, and it checks for over 50 types of cancers, and it's extremely accurate. And so some of the cancers that we've been able to catch have undoubtedly, saved these individuals' lives. And so with this money, these tests are very expensive. They go for $1,000 a piece. Sometimes we can get them a little bit cheaper if we order in bulk. So, statistically, with 1 in 7 being diagnosed with cancer, out of this donation, if we put all the money towards that, we expect to screen probably about 55 people, and we'll probably see 10 to 15 positive for cancer. And so when you put it into retrospect like that, to sit there and know that by drinking a beer, you can save lives, literally. Like, you're going to change and impact the lives of at least 8 to 15 people, statistically, if not more. And so that's a humbling feeling for sure. And to think about, you guys, I hope you realize how important that is and how impactful that is. Um, you know, I'm going to continue to share these stories with you of the people that you guys have impacted, because it is important, and these families, they do care, and they do, you know, uh, when I tell people, hey, this is where this money came from, it makes a difference, and I can't stress enough how important it is. And to see you guys and work with you guys from day one, it's been incredible. And I really appreciate it. Because of you guys and your generosity and your commitment, you will save lives. So thank you very, very much. I can't tell you how humbled I am personally.
Yeah, and the feelings likewise, and especially when you put the numbers out there like that, it's just pretty astonishing on the positive rates. I mean, it's crazy. We're happy to help out, however we can, and maybe we'll work together in the future on some other initiatives. I know some of the brewers have mentioned working with you, separately or ad hoc on some things. So yeah, well, thank you. With that being said, I think we're ready to announce the organization we're going to be working with this coming year. Another great group of folks, Homes for Our Troops. And today we have Mr. Bill Spivey with Homes for Our Troops, and he's going to kind of go into a little bit about their mission and what they have going on.
Well, first of all, Chelsea, thank you for all you and Hunter 7 do for our veterans, men and women that have put it on the line downrange. And many thanks to you all for choosing Homes for Our Troops to work with you for this next year as a nonprofit. Our mission is to build and donate specially adapted custom homes nationwide for the most severely injured veterans from Iraq and Afghanistan, to enable them to rebuild their lives. And I think the thing that really makes us different from a lot of other organizations is we stay in contact with our veterans for life. So once we build them a custom home, specially adapted, that's completely accessible to a veteran in a wheelchair, the whole home is, we stay in contact with them for the rest of their life to assist them with the really major part of our mission, which is helping these men and women rebuild their lives and pursue whatever their goals are. Our veterans were all injured in Iraq and Afghanistan theaters of war. Most are multiple amputees, paralyzed, or blind. And so the home we build is a single-story home with over 40 major adaptations that restores some of that freedom and independence to these guys and gals that they lost because of their mobility challenges or the loss of their eyesight, serving our country downrange. To date, we've completed 353 homes in 45 states, which brings up another aspect that makes us different. We build where the veteran wants to live because we figure this is it. It's the final PCS move. You don't move again. You move into an HPOT home, and that's where the grandkids are coming for the holidays. That's where you're raising your families, and this is it. The downside is it does become the family party home because mom and dad's home is not adapted. It's got stairs and stuff, so everybody comes to your house. But we provide them a nice kitchen with roll-under sinks, roll-under countertops, and a roll-under stovetop so they can accommodate having folks over and celebrating the holidays. We work very hard at keeping nearly 90 cents for every dollar going to the mission. And that's what the biggest problem we have is people don't know we exist because we're not going to spend the money on advertising. We're spending on buying land, building a specially adapted home, and then following up with our guys and gals, as I said, for the rest of their lives to assist them with rebuilding their lives and achieving whatever goals they may have.
Yeah, that I was doing some research when we were kind of vetting the organizations, and y'all had been on our radar for a couple of years. Y'all finished second, I think, 2 years in a row, and got a lot of nominations this year, finished first. So, I mean, it's one of those other areas in this country right now with homelessness and disabled veterans, much like with Chelsea, with these high rates of vets, with the medical issues they're going through these days. So, homelessness and especially getting disabled veterans a comfortable life to be able to live. We're just honored to help out with the good things that y'all are doing. And we'll be sending out more information to everybody as the year goes on. We usually start, I don't know if we're going to pre-sell the blend this year. We're still working that out. But as we get into more of the selling season of the blend, we'll share some additional info for Homes for Our Troops. We're going to be doing the final blend again this year at Craft Brewers Conference in May in Nashville, Tennessee. So there will be more information on that coming. The selection brewers are actually working on the blends now, the initial blends. So I think we're going to get that info back by next week, right, Brittany? And then our sensory team's going to kind of take all that and kind of analyze the results and kind of take the top 3 kind of trending kind of blend trends that people made and kind of narrow that down to 3 final blends. So then we'll have all of that set up at Craft Brewers Conference. And brewers can vote virtually, or if anyone's in town for CBC, more than welcome to come by and rub some hops right there and just kind of put your vote in via the Survey Monkey. And we'll make an announcement soon after that, and we'll get rolling with this year's blend. So if no one else has anything, I guess I'll leave it there and look forward to talking to everyone soon. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank y'all.
Bye.